listening to Troublesome Times, the podcast. Unscripted, unedited, all done in one take. Because it's so easy, right? Since everyone else is doing it, I might as well do it too. Okay, so this might sound a little different. I'm trying to adjust the mic a little because I noticed that I have to make sure that it's lowered so that your ears won't be bleeding in case you're waiting on something. But yeah, so sorry if I was very, very loud before. But the thing is like when you're in theater, for some reason, in my theater class, where I actually had to practice this kind of thing, we didn't have like special little mics, so we have to literally raise our voices, use the diaphragm, vocal exercises, and you have to hear literally 30 feet away and of course, my beloved Z Sensei decided to sit in the back row. So it was literally, you had to hear 30 feet away. But hey, so I guess that event, that's why I was pretty loud, because I gotten so used to that kind of training. So I'm really, really learning how to, because what I'm learning is that in a mic, it's kind of distorting the sound a little. So what a way to start an intro, right? Okay, so I guess since I make probably the worst first impression in the world, I guess I'll start with my good first impression. Hello, my name is Jack Wonderland Frost. Hello, I'm sure you're gonna have a good time. If not, just don't. Please call me boring. So, hello, this is Jack Wonderland Frost. Woo! Running gag, it seems like. Well, just Jack Wonderland Frost things. Always expect improvised singing. Anyway, that, again, wow. So, another thing is that, wow, I was going to attend my own premiere for last week's video, but then it seems like that was around the same time I have family who have spring break. So, fun fact, all my cousins have kids, and I got a lot of cousins. So what I like to do is, like, depending on their age, I'll say aunt and uncle or niece and nephew. So that's why a lot of times you'll hear me say niece and nephew. And of course, I know exactly how to be fun around the kids and make sure that it is family friendly. Yes. Believe it or not, this does try to be a family friendly channel. Funny, I know. And so I think the highest I'd probably go is PG-13. In fact, what I really don't like about some people who don't edit videos, like, see, if you're going to censor my stuff, I might as well do it myself, because at least I know I can make it coolly beans. Or, that's another fun thing, is like, my cousins, a lot of them are also older than me. So I basically lived the middle child experience. Like, I got bullied or schooled, just to be nice about it. I got schooled by older cousins if I wasn't in the home daycare. And then I have to watch a bunch of little siblings. Fun, right? I got the middle child experience with none of the benefits. Anyways, so what does this have to do with anything? I ended up having to, it seems like now, because there's nothing you gotta know about when you're spending time with a bunch of younger, I'm gonna say kiddies, young adults. It seems like they know about social media, YouTube, TikTok, and Snapchat, and Instagram more than me, than anyone. And I try my best to learn a little bit about everything. But, man, so when I talk to them, like, oh, I was just here on this, I was watching Smosh, I used to watch Shane Dawson, like, oh, yeah, sure. I already know who that is. I grew up around YouTube. It's like, oh, please, I have been around when YouTube was around. So don't judge me, okay? I know how some of this is. And I know and the stuff you're watching, I probably already beat you to the punch. So, anyway, what is the point? It turns out that during my kiddie years, my teenage years, my not yet young adult years, I did spread the anime in my family. And now, dang, I could have another Jack Wonderland Frost take me in. once she or he, can't discriminate, eventually gets capable enough to do that. But maybe it's a good thing I didn't end up going through with that plan. Because, if you know my age, yeah, way too young to be the next Wonderland Frost right now. And I believe some of the stuff I have done would probably have aged very, very, very badly. Specifically, anytime I bring up Resident Evil 4 and I conveniently get distracted by the oh so wondrous and illustrious gameplay, and it somehow leads me on into vivid daydreams. And the next thing I know, I am like topple-sided at the edge of my bed, and I'm just wondering how the heck did I die for the 4th time? Anyway, and what is the issue with that? Well, yeah, what can I say? I like the old school kind of things. So, what does that have to do with anything? Well, yes, of course, that means, I now have younger relatives that are into anime. And somehow kept asking me to sing and various questions. So, what does that mean? Well, I eventually showed, and of course, I know exactly, this is fine because I've already seen it. But I've seen both versions. So, what I ended up doing while we were waiting for, I'm gonna say like a family gathering, like a feast, I decided to show the SpongeBob anime video on YouTube. And everybody had a ball, even the ones that had no idea what the heck they're watching. And I'm sure some of you are going to like, oh, what? You're going to show that to kids? Oh, hell yeah. Especially if they're watching something like My Hero Academia, Attack on Titan, and Demon Slayer. Yes, I'm going to show that. Because you know why? It seems like another thing. These younger generation, they can take it. Who knew? Who the heck knew? Right? Okay. Wow. Nice segue to my next point in my outline. Gonna be a little brief because I think I covered everything in last week's video. But I will say this was something I have been really dying to do, and probably might be the most anti my own video I probably made. And that's really because, well, there's these phases I like to go. I guess I'm technically in phase 3 because phase 2 was when I eventually, that's going to be brought up a little bit later, by the way. Like, eventually I had to, like, let me see, maybe have people stop putting, like, stop saying things that I would have never stood by. So, like, again, some of this is going to come back later. So, phase 2, well, the truth was, wow. I mean, I didn't really dislike it, but, like, at the same time, it's like, I didn't really, see, here's the thing, this is something I ended up being a little more open in this phase, like my current saga, I guess, 2023, I guess you can call it, that's what the phase 3 is that I was never really that open about myself. So, and a big problem with that is like, because as a writer, you have to imagine what your characters are like. So this one, so during that hiatus I did wanted to try to figure out how to do the comeback. And so a lot of it was basically like just trying to do like what the original character was supposed to be like. The original idea, but then like in around the beginning of 2023, I thought, you know what, this is going on for way too long, and this is starting to get a little stale, but I don't want to lose its roots. So this is the weird thing, like writing a fictionalized version of yourself is probably very difficult because you got to have a lot of self-awareness. So yes, thank you for everybody who talked about me. Really appreciate it. It really, really gives me a lot of inspiration, by the way. So, but the weird thing is this version was like, this whole theme is about I'm gonna say, like, this current one is like, well, what would happen? This was a whole, like, big... I seriously never thought I'd see, like, other comebacks. That's all I want to know. I will admit that... Oh, wow, some of this is really gonna come up later. I really did think that, I think a lot of stuff what I said, I was being, like, really real about it. And I'm thinking, okay, you know what? I don't belong here. They don't want me here. So I'm just going to take maybe a year or two, maybe just... And then eventually I thought, you know what? It's not the same. It's not really the same knowing that I'm in the sidelines. And, oh my God, I cannot believe who the heck was... I wouldn't say, I mean, how am I going to describe this? This, how do I describe this person? I will say that, wow, I thought I did okay. I thought I really tried. And this one who, getting all the praise, getting all the kissy kisses, and all that stuff, and didn't even do, like, even the 10th of the stuff I did. Like, I swear to God. And to think that this is going to be the one that's going to be like, oh, this person is way better than Jack Wonderland Frost. I'm like, are you kidding me? This person didn't even remember their own opening line. Even when, yeah, again, that was thrown back in their face. I loved that part, by the way. I really did. So, that was one of the reasons I did. It's like, wow, if I'm going to be forgotten, I want to be like, succeeded by someone that I would consider actually competent. And by the way, if you do that first opening scene and you slow that, the effect where the glass is shattered comes right before the sound effect. It's supposed to come at the same time. How in the heck did I notice that? How in the hell do you make that for a month and missed that? Because I could see that a mile away. Okay? Not to toot my own horn or anything. What else can I... Well, you know what? Since we're replacing the next... the better, the more famous, whoever... Because it seems like it's a little similar. And I don't want to compare myself to that. Because, you know why? I was at least more entertaining. Okay? I was more entertaining, in my opinion. Okay? Oh, wow. I can't believe... Hold on. Let me see if the Dr. Me was here. Oh, I can't believe that this is a disgraceful and dishonorable thing. It should not have a platform. We should deplatform right away. That was literally almost 2 hours. I'm like, wow, I really tried to be civil about this. Like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna take this loss gracefully. And then time went by. And they kept doing a bunch of screw-ups that... Nah, you're not even that. Oh, wow. When you believe that, just pretend that in some alternate universe, that's a more famous Dr. Me. Oh, wow. Can you believe that they did not deep check their research? This is insulting. Just using my office voice, just like any professional YouTuber should be. I mean, it's a little improvised right now, so I apologize if that doesn't sound similar. I mean, maybe it should sound better because this isn't a better mic and all that. Anyway. Wow, okay. I guess I'm going to go over my time limit again. Anyway, so... my childhood, my phase 3. I don't really have much to say. I do know that this was something I've been really, really wanting to do, and I did the most of what I could. And okay, so a little more briefly on the Danny Phantom, A Glitch in Time. The intro was going in completely blind, didn't read it yet. The ending was, trying to process everything. Anyway, so yeah, I really enjoyed it. It gave me I'm gonna say, I guess I said, I'll say it right now, it did give me closure for various surround reasons. And I'm really glad that I did it for me. And heck, now this is a perfect time to go transition to quiet on set. By the way, I'm not doing timestamps. If you guys, okay, first of all, there's a transcript if you're listening to this. Second of all, if you have to skip through this, then I'm doing something wrong. Okay, I wanna be a podcast where you can listen to this all the way, and you'll be like, yeah, I feel you, I get it. I want to skip through this. Done. Okay. I'm not going to be like somebody. It's like always on my phone. By the way, I don't know. I might have visited them recently. Had a bit of fun. I love the part where they got spooked. I was just sending good vibes. Literally. There's like a emoji button where you can tap the good vibes button. I did that. Okay. Why? Because believe it or not, I just want you to get good, okay? So I hope you get better next time I visit and send you good vibes again. Anyway, quiet on set. Yes, I'm sorry it took me this while to address it. I don't know if I'm ever going to make a video about it. Because, first of all, yeah, this was 5 episodes long. It was very hard to sink in. It was very depressing what happened. Problem is, everybody just focused on Drake Bell. By the way, oh God, what's my stance on Drake Bell? I feel sorry for the kid, for the bad things that happened, but if I say anything else, I'll get canceled by the internet because there's just so many things that are problematic, and that's why I won't feel like addressing it. Look, I'm sorry. I never really liked Drake that much. I mean, he's good at music. Can sing the theme song and various amounts of songs, very good, but I don't know. He never really came off as a good person to me. I don't want to hurt Jared's feelings. I feel sorry for the kid who was taken advantage of, but I don't want to express my opinion explicitly because I don't want to be canceled yet by the internet. No, I mean, look, maybe he is trying to be a good person and all that, but time will tell. You had so much time to do it, but I don't know, timing and stuff. Yeah, I know, right? The face to me would have been like gone all the way, but let's be real. Everyone else is already doing it for me. I'm just late to the party. But yeah, again, it explains a lot about Jared. I mean, Drake, sorry, respectful. That's what he wants to be referred to as. Yeah, I do sympathize with Drake, but, you know, he could have made better choices overall. Oops. But, hey, maybe, I don't know. I don't want to say he's going to have his redemption arc. Only time will tell. But I do care a lot, like, how Dan Schneider was mistreating his workers, being greedy, making them work long hours, withholding pay. And man, his apology was just god awful. Yeah, I believe I already expressed myself there, but yeah, Dan, I don't accept your apology, and nobody else should either. Okay? Wow. Anyway, this is, yeah, I ended up watching on Discovery Plus because I got it for the last documentary I ended up watching. Okay, so I guess Onion documentary and Nick documentary, which one's better? That's very difficult to say because, I think the problem is, Nick had more people to do it, and I was thinking about doing like a little ranking thing again. Oh boy, there's one that I did with a group, which unfortunately I didn't completely agree with. One I did, and I've been called a harsh grader. Yeah, sure, whatever. Cause if I'm gonna spend my free time like watching something that like I'm trying to figure out what your argument is and if it's convincing. Yeah, sure. I want to get something out of it. Yeah, a lot of those did rub a bad taste in my mouth, though. Like, because they straight up attacked people, or they didn't finish the documentary in protest. And, but overall, considering the circumstances, I think both documentaries did all right. I really didn't like how Jeanette and Amanda, everyone was speaking on them. That sort of rubbed a bad taste in my mouth. I also didn't like how, Drake, like, he was kind of like seen as I wouldn't say, like, I guess the best way is like, they kind of like, made Drake out to be like this sort of wounded little lost lamb thing. And can't remember, he's almost 40. I'm sure the guy's got a lot of healing to do. But imagine what happened to Amanda and Jeanette, and they just like briefly got touched on, and I was actually more interested in what they would have had to say, but it's okay if they didn't really want to. That's the thing I didn't I think I guess I'm gonna say is like, if somebody is not in the right headspace to speak their story, this shouldn't happen. But yeah, so what can I tell you? Here's my take overall, like a mini make or break kind of thing. You can boycott this documentary, but it's not going to stop anyone from making it or people from watching it. So, let me see. What did I segue in here? Oh, okay. So, I guess I'm going to have to rearrange as well. So, if I was ever in that position, because it seems like I know a lot, looks like I will have no choice but to participate, or they will speak their twisted version of my story. Right, right. Um, because I don't want like people to say like I know they'll mean well. It's like, oh, my friend Jack Wonderland Frost was victimized and was getting blown their pizzas delivered to their house, and I had to save them. I had to save them by making all these like bizarre streams. Oh, and we even got Jack Frost, which is my father, by the way. We even got Jack Frost to say it, and look how grateful she is. She is. Oh no, how can we do that? Oh man, she burned our crops, poisoned our water supply, and burned a plague into our houses. Jack Frost did? No, but are we gonna wait until she does? Can you? Wait. So wait. You guys are now defending the people who have harmed animals and their enablers who feel entitled to an apology. See, like, what is the possibility? That's the weird thing is like I was pretty much the only one that knew anything about these things. And I remember like people ask me what's the weirdest story related to like this thing and Kermit and all that. I'm like, look, I'm gonna save that because this is a story that's weird in 4 different ways, and it's so weird. Like I was eating up back then, but now I actually think, why did this even happen? How did this happen? And now I know this is going to be something that I'm sure, like, anyone who saw this, 100 people had seen this, by the way. They're going to actually remember that. I'm going to be that person that made like a mini Muppet skit for literally no reason. Because I guess, like, I was recalling something. I wasn't even paying attention, and then I got put on the spotlight. Anyway, so, hopefully, I don't know if like, to be honest, like, I actually enjoy, like, doing, like, fictional stuff anyway. It's always been my calling. So, weird, right? Yeah, I know. I had the choice to be associated and possibly become bigger, and I didn't do it. Okay, like, you guys think this is all fun and games, and you probably think, oh, I wish I got the attention Jack Wonderland Frost did. No, you guys wanted my experiences. You guys don't want it. I mean, I've, like, seen a lot of bad stuff that's traumatizing. I mean, there are some things that I feel dirty, like, knowing and seeing, and you guys would have used it as, like, what is it? Stream? I don't know. There's so many different ways you can make a YouTube video. Just like you can make a YouTube video out of anything. And I mean, do I need therapy for it? Probably, but who am I gonna tell that to? And who's gonna understand me? I mean, that's the irony of this I mean, I think, like, the people that I criticize a lot for acting like typical YouTubers will also be the only people who understand me. I mean, and it's weird because, a lot of times, like, when I try to when I hear someone out, I don't do the whole Jack Wonderland Frost celebrity thing, because I notice that people are more truthful when they think they're talking to a peer and not somebody they perceive as a celebrity. And it's very, like, insane, like, the divide between the YouTubers and the audience. It really is. And it's like, and another thing I do experience is, like, if you get too close, some people will get very attached to you, and the minute that you shatter their perception of you, they'll go hunting you down. Like a lot of these actors are dealing with right now. And then and then here's the thing about these YouTubers. They want to say, oh, I can't believe this is happening. Why is this happening? I'm good to everybody. No. Everybody has been telling you for years. And every time that somebody says something, you will, like, victimize yourselves and then send your fan base to attack these people. And a lot of times these people are reasonable. So then people are probably wondering, how come it's working when I'm saying something? Well, I think the reason is because it seems, this is also my experience, the people that do retaliate against me and tried to basically, like, and try to scare me off, which I loved when they lower their guard down, and I actually ended up learning up more, by the way. Those people are the ones that have something to hide. And the funny thing is, I can confirm a lot of what have some people said about me, and others, thinking I wasn't there, is, like, complete and utter sensationalism. How do I know? Well, I really shouldn't tell on myself anymore, but you guys know that you think, like, I don't know these things. How you think that this is my first time doing this kind of thing? Because I do my best to help people, like, outside of this, and a lot of this is, like, pretty It's just weird. Like, they see this as a game. Like, this whole, the T channels thing. And, you know, a lot of people, they call themselves one thing, but in actuality, they're T channels. And it's very hard to differentiate one or the other. So, but, so, yeah. So, you know, it's not that they never, it's not like they're not being told this. This is just the first time they're listening. What did I do? Like, seriously, what did I do? I'm seriously laughing. I'm singing. Oh no. Oh well. I don't know what I'm gonna sing now. Oh boy. Yeah, so a lot of this is gonna be basically me just doing my filler thing again. Me just, you know, not liking the whole, you know, the famous bubble thing that apparently people think is amazing. Oh boy. Yeah. That's kind of sad that I seriously go out, I travel, I try new foods, I try new places. And then when I come back a week later, they're still there on the internet, in their chairs, in their bedrooms, on Twitter, or I think the YouTube community posts, and just talking about the same thing. Right. Oh, I'm bigger than you. Oh, I'm better than you. Okay, well, right. That's why everybody knows who you are, right? Right. I can ask someone, oh, do you know this? Who? What? What do they do? Oh, I don't watch that. They just gossip. They never say anything, right? Oh, no. What about me? Who are you? I'm... No. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. What was I going to say? Oh, well, okay. So, what was... Oh, yeah. My last thing. I guess this ended up being my last thing. Okay, summarizing it. Well, you know, I guess I'm going to have to talk for me so nobody else can ever talk for me. Anyway. Ooh, but I am inspired by Smokey. I'm going to say that his name is Smokey McSee. Pretty obscure content, yes, I know. But I do like the concept, and I do want to make something similar. Like a similar series. And I love customized character. Like, I love making characters. Like, avatar creation. So that was one of the reasons. I also like wrestling. And I thought it'd be funny if I ended up using some of my characters to make a series. And, I was going to expand more onto that, I swear. But I do know it's surprisingly complicated. But with all the options they have and how, like, over the top a lot of them are, because they, of course, is WWE, I decided to make, like, I guess I'm gonna say, like, a concept, like, they're gonna wear, like, the funniest little outfits, and the idea is like, this is, like, a project I've been kind of wanting to do, and there's two ways I want to really do it. Preferably animation. Preferably anime. Or 2D. I don't want 3D, because 3D never really holds up well. Unless it's like cell shaded or something that looks like it could be 2D. Or 2. It may have to be a theater production. So the problem is, the theater production part, I can't exactly like just have them stand there and talking and then doing one thing. It's gonna, because some people are like, well, if I'm gonna watch a play, I want to see some action. I'm like, okay, I'll put a little action. So this is like a little concept thing I'm working on. And my God, some of these characters I have are just like hilarious to watch. And I was showing it to some people, some of the characters. They were actually impressed. I actually hope. No. I was thinking like, maybe I should tone out. And I'm like, no. Because the most popular one people seem to want is though ironically enough should have been the last one to be a wrestler. But who knew that the most is also the most punchable for people? Really, guys? Really? You couldn't have picked someone more entertaining? Well, actually, that one was not bad as a wrestler, but still, so it's a running gag kind of thing. Yeah, and it's pretty funny. Yes, I'm gonna do like a bunch of people. Thing is, I'm still getting the hang of that character creation. I just don't want to end up getting a 5-page email that's gonna nitpick. I know it's probably gonna happen anyway, but I don't want to hear, oh, you could have made me look cooler. You could have made me give me a 6-pack ab. You could have made my shirt like the right color. You could have given me better shoes, preferably the ones with the Converse high lace boots. You could have given me a mask or gloves, or you could have gotten my teammates right. Well, yeah, I know. Actually, I do want to make the cooler ones like really, really like extra thick, like super muscular Dragon Ball sized level thick, like, you know, the like everyone's muscly. I think the only like non-muscly people are the woman and the aliens. Wait, I take it back. There's maybe they technically are. I don't know. But yeah, every Dragon Ball character minus the woman are like very like muscular. Definitely want to do that for the bestest characters out there. Oh no, that means a character that I think I solved the mystery of. It's probably gonna come back because I like the idea that just like how like his Jinx had gotten taken in by money famous crab character, and then like he somehow turned into like a second form of him, and it was a funny idea. So I'm like, okay, you know what? Since this character and the one that's supposed to be like the one that's supposed to be like more famous and more nothing like me, I decided why not do it? This person's like an enigma. And then, oh man, next week's video is gonna be awesome. And yeah, once I get the hang of that, I'm going to do some female people too. I'm probably going to include myself. So anybody who wants to see me get my ass handed to me, it's probably going to happen. Or I'm just going to play myself and try to cheat the system. Hey, look, it's me. Why would I want to see me lose? Hey, me, wouldn't you guys feel the same way? Okay. Oh, and I do like that my joke, my ultimate female experience joke is like, everyone really likes that one. Okay, so let me get like one last drink of water before I do. Anyway, so the ultimate female experience. Anytime a guy just tears down a woman, I have basically said, oh, wow, that guy is just like Gollum. And anybody who has a similar, who likes the idea and has like, maybe, I love it. I feel like it's exactly the perfect like way to describe the female experience. Just imagine like having like a Gollum show up like on a regular basis, and every time you try to be like, you know, say no, be nice about it, you just get like a meltdown, a Gollum meltdown. I was way too young when I watched the movie, so I want to rewatch them again. And dang, it's must have been repressed in my memory because it's exactly like the ultimate female experience. So anybody, I think like a lot of my friends who had similar female experiences, I also agree this is what it's like. So yeah, point is, we need to be loved and cared for when we are respectable. Oh boy, yes. In my experience, that's exactly like those kind of woman, he-man, woman haters. They ended up being golems. So anyone who thought that was funny, thank you, thank you. Ultimate female experience moment. Okay. Wow, that was a lot to unpack. Huh. Hmm. Oh no. I hope I don't get, I don't know. Actually, no, please shade me. Please. I can't stop you anyway, so I might as well embrace it. But I will say, wow. Times have changed, huh? Huh. In the past, I'm gonna say nearly 5 years that I've been dealing with this, and some things I've been right about a lot, and of course, very interesting. I'm like pretty much like it's weird, like the same people who were, I guess, wanted to take my title away from me are gone. Did I knew this was gonna happen? Yeah, kind of. Just didn't know when. And how do I feel about it? Yeah, be careful what you wish for. When you say you want a fame title, like similar to what I may have or others, you just might get it. And I don't think the majority of you could last one day of dealing with this life. Oh, you guys think it's bad when one person says bad things about you? Try having 100 people every day. It's okay. I'm my biggest bully, so nothing these 100 people can say hurt me anyway. And I guess I would like, okay, I guess they want to laugh at me. I'm just gonna laugh with them. Yep. Seems like that's worked for me a lot so far, but hmm. Yeah, so I love the part the most where people said, "Oh, without these topics, you'd be nothing." Right. That's why I'm still here and you guys abandoned ship. Because I needed you more than you guys needed me. Hmm? Wow. Okay. That hey, if you want to keep thinking that to make yourselves feel better, I can't stop you. Anyway, this has been a pretty fun conversation. I hope whatever you've been waiting for has been fine. Um, wow, this and my bad though. By the way, I've been pretty exhausted. I mean, so I'm really trying, you know, to do all this stuff, and it's been okay. I think I'm fine, but yeah, I'm good. I'm still here. Please don't worry about me too much. Anyway, yeah, this is so easy, right? It's so easy. Anyone can just make a podcast. So, don't forget to pet your pet. Please. If you can take anything out of this, pet your pets. Ha! Just in case you didn't hear it the first time. Anyway, I guess I'm gonna go and have more funs, more adventures, more laughs, whatever you guys imagined to be. And I'll just keep being myself and just using my imagination to basically, like, for me, for you, and hopefully we can enjoy it together. Well, stay safe until I see you again.